I've always loved technology, particularly technology that allowed you to be creative. And I've always been interested in things like photography, videography, uh, editing, graphic design, those kinds of things that allow you to be creative and make something new. Around 1992, 1993, I got into videography. And my first video camera was a regular 8 video camera. I then bought the high 8 video camera when those came out. And I would go out and I would shoot lots of video. And I had a ton of video that was basically unedited. And what I wanted to do was edit the video. But there was no real easy way to edit video in the mid 1990s. If you were a consumer, the options were very, very limited. Typically, if you had no money, you would get 2 VCRs and you would use one VCR as a player and the other VCR as a recorder. You'd find the clips that you want on the play VCR and you'd record them to the recorder VCR, and you'd have a basic edited video. But that was not very good. I mean, it didn't work all that well. So one of the things that I really wanted, that I really coveted, was a proper editing system. And I did buy some inexpensive editing systems, little boards that basically controlled the VCR, but they didn't work all that well, and they didn't really do what I was wanting them to do. So I wanted a good video editing system, and I finally found one that I did buy, and that was the Fast Video Machine Lite. So I spent a lot of money on this video editing system, and this system is not a regular system for the time because it actually used a computer. So this was a computer board that you would plug into the computer, and you were able to edit on a timeline the same way that we edit today. But there were some crucial differences between the way that the video is edited today and the way it was edited by this board. So I was looking through some of my old tech a couple of days ago, and I came across this video editing system that I hadn't really taken out of the box probably for about the last 15 years. So I thought I would make a quick video showing you how this system works. I haven't actually taken it out of the box yet, so I'm going to take it out of the box with you, and I'll walk you through what this system did and how it did it. It's very different from the way we edit today, but it's an amazing system nevertheless. So if you want to see how this Video Machine Lite works, stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Let's get this out of the box. As I said, I haven't taken a look at this card for about 15 years. And, let's see what it's all about. I'll say this much for it. It's very well packaged. So, let's open it up and see what's inside. Alright. Now, let me just make it so that we can actually see it. Alright, so we've got the actual card here, which I'm going to get out. Alright, we've got some stickers. We've got a gigantic manual on how to use it. We've got some cables that I probably put together myself that I bought, and we've got this monstrosity here, which I do remember very well. It's how this whole thing comes together, and I will go over that. And we've also got a bunch of BNC and audio adapters and things like that. I'm just going to put that away, and I'll put the box away. And let's take a look at the main components. So I'll put the wiring here, and boy, they don't really make manuals like they used to, do they? Look at this. This is a fairly huge tome here with all the instructions, and there's a lot of stuff here. So I'm not going to go through all of that right now, but maybe I can talk about it a little bit. We'll put the book here, and all right, let's take a look at the actual card. All right. One thing I'm noticing right away is that I don't have the discs with the software in the box. So if I do want to put it together on an actual computer, first of all, I have to find a computer that will actually take this kind of card. So this is a card that uses the ISA architecture, and it's the 16-bit, I believe, ISA architecture. And this is an architecture that is completely gone today. It's not in use anymore. So in order for me to actually put this card in a computer, I would have to get a computer from, let's say, maybe 1995 to 2000, maybe a little after that. The PCI slot took over the ISS slot, and that's not a slot that's used anywhere anymore on any computer. So I would have to find an old computer to put it in, which I unfortunately don't have currently. Anyway, so the way this works is you get the card in the computer, you get it set in the computer's ISA slot, and you have to deal, and I do remember this, I had to deal with a whole bunch of IRQ conflicts. So it wasn't just a plug and play technology. You had to put a lot of work into making it work, and it wasn't easy or simple. It was something that could give you a lot of headache. Now, luckily with me, I only had a bit of an issue, but I finally, as I recall, got the IRQ conflicts all settled, and it worked fine. Now, the big sort of monster of this system is this what I would call octopus type thing with all the inputs. So essentially it would fit here, and then you would put all the inputs here that would control the VCR. Now, this is something that I didn't mention in the intro. This particular editing board didn't actually capture video. What it would do is control 2 or 3 VCRs, and it would use the computer to generate titles and transitions. So the computer would actually control the VCRs, and if you wanted to generate titles, the card would generate the titles and then overlay them on the video. But in order to get this all working, you had to basically deal with all these different inputs, reference in, external sync, master out 2, audio out. So in essence, you've got various in and out wires here. Once you've got everything together, the video card, the fast video machine, would control 2 VCRs, and it would record and play, and would put together a final tape, a master tape. So you would find the in and out points in the software, and you would create a timeline just as you do in current editing systems, and then the card would control the VCRs, and what you'd get at the end would be a final master with all the edits finished. So here is the manual for this, and as you can see, it's quite a lot of stuff here. This is what the timeline looks like on the computer, and you've got all sorts of transitions, dissolves, cuts, fade out, slides, zooms, squeezes, tumbles, all the stuff that we get in timelines today. So it had a lot here, and it was a fairly sophisticated system, but obviously it's all passé, and it's all old technology that basically has absolutely no use today, because today you can go out and you can buy a very simple video capture card that will do pretty much everything that this system did. You can go out to Amazon and buy a simple video capture card for like $30 that will capture high definition video, and you can buy a computer, basically a very inexpensive computer, and you can do the kind of editing that this was able to do, plus more. You could do probably HD editing on most computers today. So we've come a very long way since this card was in use, and this is quite amazing to me that I actually paid $3,000 for this in 1994. So anyway, I would love to be able to put this together, but I can't because I don't have the computer, and I don't even have the software. And I did do a check on the internet to see if I could get the software, and it's not available anywhere from what I can see. In fact, there's not a lot of reference to Video Machine on the internet at all. Now, before I close the video, I would just say that there is an analog to this particular device, and that is the video toaster. So that was an editing technology. It was actually a switcher that could also be used as an editor, but the video toaster was another device that was very popular in the 1990s, and it's a very iconic computer editing system that was used on the Amiga, so not the PC. And if you look on the internet, you can still find a lot of stuff on the Amiga. It's still very popular with hobbyists and people who like retro tech. But the Video Machine, you can't find anything about it. It seems to have just died, and there's nobody who seems to have any interest in this technology. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little sort of nostalgic tour of past editing technology. And if you know of this machine, or if you've used it yourself, please leave a comment. And before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It would really help me, and it would cost you nothing to do that. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.